Hey everyone, it's Mana. I'm back. I haven't made a YouTube video in a couple years, and I used to make them on an old channel, which I'll leave in the information box in case you're curious. But this channel is going to be mostly about books, but there will also be some tags and some feminist rants just because I can, among other things. But I'm going to hurry up and get started because I'd like to keep this under 10 minutes, and I'm going to do the 50 facts tag to kick off the channel, because what better way to get interested in me and my channel than to learn 50 random things that no one else would ever care about. I have the list right here and I'll get started. Number 1, I really love coffee, tea, hot cocoa, and claw, any kind of hot drink really. I'm a big fan. Number 2, I'm married. I've been with the same guy my entire adult life, which is not as sad as it sounds. Number 3, I'm bisexual. Number 4, actually, to give you all of my labels, despite the fact I don't usually label myself, I'd be a critical thinking, rationalist, humanist, atheist, bisexual, feminist. Number 5, when my partner overheard me making this list, he decided to chime in that he'd go with crazy. Number 6, I don't sleep like normal people do. I go to bed at about 6 a.m. and I get up between noon and 4 p.m. depending on what I have to do the next day or if someone wakes me up. Number 7, I have asthma. It runs in my family, which brings us to number 8. Because my asthma didn't manifest until I was an adult and was misdiagnosed for so long, I was on antibiotics for long periods of time, and now as a result I get sick very easy and very frequently, and I'm almost always sick. Number 9, I love music because I love words. So I love everything from the Beatles to Taylor Swift to Kiss to Emily Autumn to Tim Minchin and to Moody Blues. Number 10, my current role models are Lacey Green, Amanda Palmer, and Gabby Dunn. Especially right now, Gabby Dunn. She's inspired me to do a lot, and she inspired me to get back into making videos. Number 11, actually, Gabby Dunn has also inspired me to dye my hair purple and be more vocal about my feminism and things that are going on in the world lately, because she reminds me of who, when I was 19, I thought I would grow up to be. Number 12, I said dye my hair purple again, or if I didn't, I should have, because when I met my husband, my hair was purple and orange, but prior to that it had been blue, green, platinum blonde, red, and pink. Number 13, I was born in October, and because of that, it's my favorite month. Number 15, autumn, winter, and spring are my favorite seasons in that order. I don't like summer because I can't breathe. Number 15, my favorite authors are Neil Gaiman, Amanda Palmer, who are married to each other if you don't know, Ray Bradbury, Roald Dahl, and Nancy Atherton. Number 16, my favorite books as a child were the Madeline series, the Ramona Quimby series, and Matilda, because they're all mischievous, naughty little girls who are highly intelligent, and I could identify with that. Number 17, it's one of my micro-ambitious life goals to see Matilda the musical, which brings us to 18, and to bring up Tim Minchin again, I adore him because he confirms all of my biases, and I firmly believe in kind seeking kind. You seek out those who agree with you. Number 19, I have severe anxiety and panic whenever I have to be in large crowds, up high, or I have to do anything that is completely, entirely new to me. Number 20, I write poetry because when I was little I wanted to grow up to be just like my Aunt Heather, and she is a published poet and even has several poems in the Library of Congress. 21, and that brings me to the thing as a child I was always proudest of, was that my grandmother always said that Heather and I look so much alike we could be the negative and the positive of the same photograph. Number 22, my dad helped teach me to read using comic books. But number 23, while it was my dad who taught me to read, it is my mother who I get my love of books from. I cannot remember a time in my childhood of my mother not always having a book in her hand. Even if she wasn't reading it, there was always one within reach. 24, my favorite holiday is Halloween. I don't know what it is about it, but I absolutely adore it. I don't like adult Halloween though. I don't like the blood and gore, and I like little kid Halloween. I like costumes and fun, pumpkin carving and decorating and things like that. Number 25, while Halloween is my favorite holiday, Christmas lights will always make me inexplicably happy, and twinkle lights or fairy lights or whatever you want to call them will always cheer me up almost instantly. Number 26, final time I'm going to bring up to mention here, I think. Not Perfect and White Wine in the Sun always make me cry, and I can't listen to them in the car because I have, on multiple occasions, almost wrecked my car because I was crying listening to those songs, because mascara burns when it gets in your eye. Number 27, I have a small child. He's about 8 years old and a boy. Everyone who meets him says he's pretty awesome, and I'm quite proud of that fact. Number 28, I have a beauty Number 28, I have a beauty blog. I will leave links below. Number 29, I love words. I can't say them, but I love them. I love all words, from the most tiny, indespicable words like fuck to big, fun words like perspicacious and appropriate. Number 30, I didn't get my driver's license until I was 25 because of anxiety. Number 31, I would really like to someday move to England. I have wanted to move to England since I was little because of the story Paddington Bear, but I don't feel like I will have missed out on anything in my life if I don't. However, number 32, I want to travel everywhere someday. There are a huge list of places to go that I'd like to travel and just be in for short periods of time. But 33, or 30, oh, but I'm terrified of flying. That's part of 32. I'm terrified of flying. But to 33, I'm also terrified of large bodies of water, heights, small spaces, snakes, mice, spiders, and birds, which brings us to 34. It makes it kind of awkward that Australia is the number 2 place I'd like to live and spend an extended amount of time in, because it has all of the things I'm terrified of. Number 35, Tumblr is really my happy place right now. I follow so many bookish feminists, and most of them are younger than me, and it makes me so happy and proud to see them using their voice, and I'm excited to see what great things are going to come from some of them. And I have a very short list of them that I just absolutely, people there that I just absolutely adore and have grown quite attached to. Number 36, speaking of lists, I really like making lists. I will make lists out of things that don't need lists. 37, pens and notebooks make me really happy, and there's just something about the smell of ink and paper. Which brings me to 38, I really love the smell of books, probably because of the whole ink and paper thing. I love old books, new books. I just love the way books smell. 39, gray is my favorite color. It just seems to be snuggly to me, which brings me to 40. I also love gray days, dreary days, drizzly, rainy, overcast days, snowy days. I love the days that make people grumpy. I'm happy. But not because anybody's grumpy. Number 41, and I guess connected to that, I love sweaters and blankets and socks and mittens and hats and scarves because I hate to be cold. Number 42, but nothing will ever compare to the smell of wood smoke for me. It just makes me feel safe and at home. 43, my dog is named Howl after Howell Jenkins and Howl's Moving Castle. He's also named in part for Wolf DeForest, who sadly died the day we brought Howl home. But we didn't know that when we chose his name. Number 44, we always knew we were going to name him Howl after the movie and Wolf because it just felt right. But when we went to go get him, we knew that that dog was Howl because he climbed over his brother and stood on top of him in order to get to me and my partner. Number 45, I taught myself from a library book when my son was an infant because he had colic and never slept, and I figured if I was never going to sleep either, I may as well learn something useful. Number 46, nail polish, books, and shoes are my current vices. 47, I was in drama club in high school, and I probably would have tried to pursue acting as an adult, except for my anxiety kept me from doing it. 48, I really love to do laundry, but I absolutely hate to fold it. 49, I lose anything that's vaguely important, keys, phone, remotes, library books. I can't keep hold of anything. And 50, I'm super klutzy and manage to injure myself in the most entertaining of ways. And I always manage to fall, and as my family says, it's not Christmas until Manna falls in the Christmas tree, which I have managed to do already this year, family. So there we are, and that's all 50 facts, and I have filmed this video 6 or 7 times, and I'm so thankful to be done with it. So, bye!